Oh no, where's my picture? Where's my picture? Where is it? uh, hey guys. Sorry, not sure you can hear me. Having some tech issues. Give me a moment. Okay, what if I do... Oh, did that fix it? Did that fix it? You can hear me? Okay, maybe it's just gonna take a minute. Oh, weird. Can hear you. Can hear you. Okay, yeah. So apparently I'm good to go. I'm having a little bit of a Leo hair day. I don't know why that is. I haven't been double checking all the astrology just because I've been focused on getting ready for my trip. I actually pulled up my computer because I'm kind of curious. I took all my twists out and it was like, I'm a Leo today. I'm liking it, but it's like, what is going on? The energies are also very strange, and I kind of wanted to talk about it. Oh, by the way, this is the Scorpio birthday video, Scorpio birthday reading video. Excuse me. Anybody who resonates with Scorpio energy, we're also collectively in Scorpio season, so I encourage everybody to watch the birthday readings as they come out because we're all subject to that collective energy. But if you have any strong Scorp in your chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter, or a stellium, or you're interested in Scorpios, watch. There might be something here for you. Okay. My birthday was this weekend. Happy birthday! Happy birthday! You've been waiting on me. Well, I'm here. Yes, happy birthday, fellow Scorpios. For those of you who are new, I am a Scorpio as well. Love the Scorp energy. Thank you for this time and reading. Yay! Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I really want to talk about the current energies though. So I don't know if this is really going to be a Scorpio birthday reading video or just a current energy update. But things have been weird, right? Like I know it's not just me. I've been talking about this ever since the new moon Scorpio eclipse, like probably 2.5 weeks ago at this point, maybe closer to 3 weeks at this point. Um, Lots of timeline shifting, lots of stuff falling into place. You could even say ascensions, activations, just massive, massive, massive shifts have been going on for everybody, and I know myself included. But lately, the last few days, like Dreamtime's been weird. Dreamtime's been weird. It's like I feel like we're going to bed in a timeline in reality, and then we dream time in another reality, and we wake up in a different reality. Like I wake up and it's like I can tell things are really different. Don't know what happened, but things are really different. It's a really, really strange feeling. So today I've been just trying to take moments because yesterday I was kind of a crazy person getting a lot of things done. It was like, I need to take moment to moment today. I just need to feel energetically what's going on. And it even feels like moment to moment things are shifting so rapidly. It's so weird. I could also be in a vortex. They put me in vortexes a lot, but you felt that way this morning? Yeah, I woke up and it was like, oh, different reality. It's like, okie dokie. That's just what we're working with right now. Happy birthday to us Scorpios. Yeah, Scorpio moon here. Hello. I love Scorpio moons. I love a Scorpio moon. Baby, this transformation is whooping my tail. Yeah, guys, these shifts are no joke. Like, they're no joke. And I know I have a huge chapter that I'm walking into. I feel like I'm walking into a portal, but that's like a personal thing. I don't think that's collective. I think collectively we're just kind of like in a warp right now. Hold on a second. Oh, excuse me. There's something else I'm also perceiving with the collective, and I think it relates to Mars retrograde. And like I said, I kind of wanted to pull up the astrology of today and just see where things are at because I feel like there's some strange astrological influence here. So I've been talking about Mars retrograde well before Mars retrograde even happened. And we're in the midst of it. We're in the middle of it. And as I said, November is going to be the weirdest month. This Mars retrograde period, this whole 6 month period that we're in with Mars. November was going to be the weirdest. November was going to be the fastest and the most dynamic, where a lot of shifts were taking place. And here we are, and it's happening, right? But I've been noticing this very like anxious, aggravated energy with people. Even for myself, it'll come up and I'm like, why, where am I going? And I got to like ground myself back down. I've also been perceiving other people perceiving tests, like going through tests and initiations and trials. And I want to say perceive because whatever we believe is what we co-create in our reality, right? Um, which I think is interesting. Anytime we have a retrograde, especially with a planet like Venus or Mars or Saturn or Jupiter, these more significant planets that they do affect us every day, but they have longer cycles than, let's say, like Mercury, right? Like we go through Mercury retrograde a few times a year. It's like we're pretty used to that, right? Just par for the course with Mercury. But with a planet like Mars, we feel it on a deeper level, even though it affects us day to day, right? So it's interesting. But when we go through these periods, it is intentionally to cause some sort of challenge or friction, obstacles, if you will, so that we grow and we learn. Like that's the whole point of retrogrades. It's to remove ourselves out of situations, to take a step back, a detached look at things, and see how things can be better, where we can grow as people, right? And with this Mars retrograde, it's all about your commitments, your integrity, your follow through. Are you doing right by you? Are you doing right by people? Are you doing what you say you're going to do? Right? How's your communication? Can your communication can be clearer? Can it be better? Are you working well with people? Are you being kind of fickle? It's like that's Mars retrograde in Gemini. That's what we're learning right now. Today, I caught myself getting annoyed for stupid stuff that would never bother me. Yeah, there's a lot of triggering going on. And I know I definitely had my triggers a few days ago. And time is so weird, right? Because it's like, it feels like it was a month ago, but I know for a fact it was just in the last few days. Also, par for the course when you're going through all these kind of timeline shifts, right? Kali has been calling out to me, and she represents big Scorpio energy for me. Yeah, Kali's very present. She was really present around the new moon Scorpio eclipse, like really, really present. But yeah, she's still definitely here. So as you guys get triggered, these triggers are different. Like, well, they're different. Triggers are triggers, right? They're our own shit. But when I say these triggers are different, there's something deeper about them. There's something multi-layered to them and very collective. And it's like I was feeling that with my own triggers that were coming up the last few days. And for me, it was around, and I'm just being totally honest with you guys. For me, it was around relationships, like how in my past, because this is the other thing, right? It's like we've done so much shedding and removing of the past. It's like understanding that we are different now in the present is something that all of us are grasping for, trying to embrace and trying to embody, right? But in my past, I've allowed a lot of people to kind of bulldoze my life, and I didn't have strong boundaries because I just didn't have those tools in my past, right? And I've grown a lot since then, but there was still like programming and wounding there, and it was like, whoa, that caught me off guard, right? As that stuff was coming up. And I realized, reflecting back, it's like it wasn't just me, it was also very collective as well. But it's tied to me, right? So as you guys get triggers coming up and you're processing them, just know that you are also potentially processing this for other people, processing this for the collective as well, for people who can't really do that right now or don't have the space to do that right now. It's a very weird time that we're in. It's very weird and it's very strange. And really try to stay focused on the self, because this is something else that's been coming up. Again, I want to say perceive, right? There's this perception of victimization, of people acting out of their own victimization, victimhood, victim wounds, whatever you want to call it. However you want to react to that is up to you. Whatever accountability and responsibility you have for yourself and your boundaries in your life and your energy is on you, right? How do I want to say this? There could be this temptation. I think this is how I want to say this. There could be this temptation to shut the door and be like, no, get away, and I'm running away from this, right? There could be that temptation. And it's not wrong. I'm not going to say it's wrong, because that is a way to set a boundary, right? But there's also a balance that I think can be struck with meeting people with compassion and love and understanding while maintaining that boundary and not compromising the self, right? Understanding what it is you need as far as the boundary is concerned, but not getting so triggered or freaked out that you want to run or slam the door shut on somebody's face, right? You can still have that sense of distance while still having compassion. And I've also talked about this too. Pallas Athena has been in Cancer. I don't know if it's still creating aspects. That's also why I want to look at the astrology right now. Pallas Athena's in Cancer. That is matriarchal leadership. That's matriarchal rule. That is the feminine empathic warrior. That is meeting conflict with compassion. It's not to yield. it's not to surrender or submit. That's not the point, right? It's to come from more of a maternal, loving place, right? Where you can say the truth, speak the truth with kindness and grace and ease, and exit if you need to, right? It's like that's that kind of nation and whatever. It's like we start to feel not safe, or we start to get into this place of like, oh, I need to protect my energy. There's nothing wrong with that, but that there is potentially a different way of doing things. Up to you to decide if that resonates for you. This is just something I'm observing for myself in the reality that I'm living in the present moment. It could change tomorrow, as we know, right? I've been walking that boundary with my ex recently so much. It's hard. Yeah, it's hard. It's not easy because we haven't learned this. This is like a new tool for a lot of the collective. This totally resonates with me. Okay, cool. Yeah, and I've been saying this, the feminine's the anchor right now. While Mars is retrograding, masculine energy is evolving and changing and going through a transformation and transition. What's going to hold that masculine energy? What's going to keep us grounded and anchored while we are integrating a whole new masculine energy within ourselves? The feminine. It's the feminine. And it's funny how spirit's also been showing this to me. So I don't know if any of you watch oh, how do you say her name? Ianla? Ianla? I love her. Oh, it's an auntie I never had. I think we all like would love her for different reasons. But she was speaking to this couple and trying to understand where they were at with their issues and how they communicate. She was really looking at their communication style, and the wife just kind of starts going like speaking in how she normally does, which is very like nah, 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 right, like very very naggy. And obviously he's like, well, I'm tuned out, I'm not listening to this. It's like very automatic. And she's like, wait. She's like, let's stop for a second. And she goes over to sit next to him to give the example of how to speak, right? And she met him with compassion and understanding and grace, but not yielding on the issue, not yielding on the conflict, and being very firm in saying, here's the boundary, here's the line. I can see where this is hard. I just need you to hear me. Let's talk about it, right? In that very comforting maternal way. And then how did she say it? Oh God, how did she say it? She said, and if this is too traditional for you, it's fine. I'm just trying to give an example of the energy that I'm like trying to discuss here. How did she say it? I want the exact words to come back to me. It's the woman who communicates to the man to get him to move in the way she needs him to move. And that stands true to the relationship you have with yourself, right? And the relationship you have with others. If you act out of that feminine place, right? The feminine energy is the guide for the masculine energy. It's sitting in this place of love and understanding and compassion and gentility to be like, here's truth, here's what's needed. Let me gently guide you in this direction and say what needs to be done. And then you go into the masculine energy, the active force, the external force, and then things get done, right? I love her. She's truly amazing. I know. God, I want to give her a hug. Can I like hug her? You can tell she's like a total light being too. She's just like a big ball of light. You can totally see it. It's like, I bet a hug from her would feel really, really good. But anyway, so it's just something I'm observing in the present moment. Reality again could totally shift tomorrow. But this is part of the lesson of Mars retrograde. This is part of what we're integrating right now. How to sit and anchored in a matriarchal feminine leader type role within your own life, between you and yourself, and also in relationships, where you can guide with grace and gentility and not yield on the truth to speak what's needed, right? So that you can act in your own authority and your own masculine energy and act accordingly, and also communicate that with other people so they can act out of their own masculine energy to provide what's needed, right? It is that very balanced, healthy, reciprocal teamwork. It's the balance of the energies, right? To get shit done. So it's very interesting. And I feel like I can see it like where people I've been speaking with or even perceiving in my own reality are not totally observing that, which doesn't mean that they're wrong. No, I'm not saying they're wrong. It's just something I'm observing in my reality and my truth, right? That might not be part of theirs. But I think it's something that is kind of an important takeaway. Because I was also recognizing too, as I was acting out of my triggers last few days, how I was not acting out of that compassion and that gentility and that very maternal, feminine, matriarchal leader role. And it was like, and I reflected. And it's like, oh, yeah, I see where I messed up there. See where I misstepped. I can always meet others with love, even if I'm triggered. I just need to take a step back and deal with the trigger and then come and meet people with love. So it's a good learning lesson for me, but just sharing it with you guys, just sharing it with all of you. Yes, thank you, Rodin. Right there with you. Yeah, it's interesting times. Interesting times. But I do want to look at the astrology really quickly because I am curious. So don't mind me. I'm gonna have a second computer here. I am curious what is up today, and then if we don't get distracted, we will go into the Scorpio readings. If you're here for the Scorpio readings, I'm sure they're going to be time stamped. Okay. What's today? 15th. Oh, we'll keep it the 16th because for some of you it's late 30. Oh, let's put Eris in there. Excuse me. Always learning. We love it. Yeah. It's a big period of learning. There's also this energy too that I'm getting in the collective. Again, perceiving other people's perceptions of this pressure. This, like, how do I say it? Almost this feeling of like being under the microscope of karma. I guess, yeah, that's like the best way to put it. Like, yeah, there's this feeling of pressure of being under the microscope of karma right now. To be honest, I think that's an illusion. Not to say it is or it isn't. That's how it feels to me. It feels very illusionary to me. It's a perception. I'll say it's a perception. It's a choice. If you want to perceive that, perceive that. But I'm tired of being under pressure and stressed personally. So I'm not going to allow that in my reality. But yeah, let's look at what's going on today. The moon is in Leo. Oh, how funny. How funny. The moon, I'm like, I'm having such a Leo day. The moon is in Leo. Of course it is. Drop a like, you guys. Yeah, please drop a like. Please, by all means. This is very casual, by the way. It's a very casual little video. Normally, I get right into it, but I felt like I needed to be a different vibe. And I'm also trying to work on, I'm just being really honest with everybody today, apparently. I'm also trying to work on not being so serious. I mean, I kind of laugh and giggle a lot, but I mean, not so serious as far as the structure of all the stuff that I do is concerned. Karma, Mrs. Hardley. I don't know what you meant by that. We make our own prisons type of thing. Oh yeah, absolutely. I spoke about this recently. We co-create our own reality and we just need to be accountable for it. It's really tempting to always blame external stuff for the state of our reality, but we co-create our reality. And I'm guilty of it too. I'm human. I'm still having a human experience. Sun square moon. Ew, and the moon is also square Mercury and Venus. Ew. Oh, no wonder people are feeling weird. Okay. And the moon is opposing Saturn. Ugh. And square Uranus. Well, how strong is that? Oh, it's stronger today than it is tomorrow. Yeah, these are kind of yucky. I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of yucky. And especially with the moon being in Leo, that is pride. It is pride. It's also big-hearted energy. It's how do I say this? It's feeling like what is this that I keep getting the word gold is what I keep hearing. Like a gold standard. That we want our lives and our relationships to be at a gold standard, that we want to hold ourselves to a higher standard. And again, there is a way to do that that's healthy in a way that can just cause stress and anxiety. Like, thank you, like the pressure that I was talking about, like this pressure of karma is what is lurking down on us, which makes sense because the moon is opposing Saturn, karma. Saturn's in Aquarius right now. Selfless and selfish is coming up, the battle of those two. And with the moon being square Mercury and Venus, this is also coming up a lot within relationships, projecting. Thank you. A lot of projecting going on in relationships, a lot of miscommunication, but it is coming down to this feeling of pride on occasion, pride and ego, but also this want and desire of big-hearted energy, of that kind of love. Yeah, of that kind of love, embrace. That's just what I'm channeling right now. Yuck. Yeah, and moon square Uranus. That feels like that feels like Five of Wands to me. Because the moon's in Leo and Uranus is in Taurus. Like, think about Leo and Taurus going at it in that kind of way. I don't want to be around for that. The only thing that make it more explosive is a Scorpio was in the mix, right? Which the sun is also opposing Uranus too. Not strongly though. Not strong. Actually, I'd say not strongly enough to be of concern. But Jupiter. Hi, Jupiter. What are you doing? Jupiter's doing some good stuff, though. Well, okay. Not loving it, not hating it. So while we have all of this pressure and combative energy around our emotions right now, while the moon, at least while the moon is in Leo, and it is causing conflict, it's causing triggers, it's causing projections, it's causing this push and pull between fulfilling one's heart's desire and play and fun and love and acceptance, almost like wanting a big hug energy, and pride and ego, entitlement, narcissism, even the extreme ends of things. Jupiter is positively aspecting Mercury, is Venus, yeah, Venus significantly, and even the sun significantly. And Jupiter is luck, it is fate, but it's also amplification. So on one hand, it's kind of amplifying a lot of this stuff that's happening in relationships, but on the other hand, it's allowing for the potential, the possibility for reflection, understanding, acceptance, forgiveness, because Jupiter is in Pisces. So I think those are good things. Oh my God, Pluto. Wait a minute. Sorry. It's a lot of sextiles. Wait. Shit. Woo! And Pluto. Again, no wonder this is like such a karmic feeling of like karma is looming on us. Pluto has 5 sextiles. Not all of them are that strong. Sextiles are opportunities for open doors. But Pluto is karmic energy. It's, can you dig down to the deep dark depths of the grit and the shadow and the corruption in your own dysfunction, and then bring it to the light to be healed, bring it to the light to be shown, to be seen under the microscope. No wonder it is, we literally are feeling Pluto and all this opposition with the moon. Like that's what we're feeling. That's why it feels so weird. um the strongest ones I'm seeing with Pluto, what is this, with Jupiter, actually, that's a really positive thing that facilitates positive growth and change. Venus, karmic relationships, and relationships that facilitate major transformation. Could be meeting people during this time, or you would already met people during this time that are amplifying transformation for you. Also around Mercury, that to me says power dynamics, powerful communication, analytical communication, digging deep for the truth with people. People could be trying to get stuff out of you. Be mindful. And the sun also sextile Pluto. Yeah. So with everything that I'm looking at, yeah, there's conflict, there's combative energy, there's friction, there's this feeling of push pull between selfishness and pride, but also just big love, big hearted energy. Getting a lot of fear there. Some of you or people around you could be really terrified of the love you're exuding, or really running away from all the ego you're exuding, one or the other, right? But Pluto's opening a lot of doors for change right now, like today, tomorrow, actually for a little bit, and has been for the last couple of days. Positive change too. So kind of everything I said before about the triggers still stands. So just be mindful. What about Pallas Athena? What's Pallas Athena doing? Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, that like anchoring in the feminine that I've been talking about, still very, very, very strong. Pallas Athena is still strongly aspecting the sun, Mercury, Jupiter, and Pluto, and Neptune. So yeah, Pallas Athena, that anchoring of maternal leadership, the empathic warrior to meet conflict with grace and ease, right? If you want something to move a certain way, you have to meet it with love and gentility and speak your truth to guide things. That's what the feminine does. Okay. And then the masculine acts. And you'll probably see that going on in your relationships as well. Sorry, there's a channeling that's coming in. Some of you need to be better about boundaries, and also not being afraid to step into that maternal leadership role, not afraid to say what needs to be said, and also not afraid to do it with gentility. If you do it with aggressiveness, you're bringing in that distorted masculine energy, and that's what's under review right now, and you're probably going to get a big lesson in return of doing that, kind of like I did. um yeah, yeah. What about Vesta's doing stuff too. Oh, relationships, the stuff that's coming up with relationships could also be a little distracting. So this is gonna be the last thing I'm gonna say. I'm gonna close the computer. um Vesto's square Mercury, Venus, and the sun, and also was doing something with the moon. Oh, opposition, thank you. They're just telling me the astrology. Opposite the moon. All the stuff that's coming up in relationships and triggers could feel very distracting to your personal path. um take time to sort out your triggers. It's important because this is a time of growth, as Jupiter sextile Pluto is helping us a lot with that. But don't forget what matters to you. Don't forget to focus on yourself. Don't forget your sacred mission, your sacred work, your goals, like what you've been working for in your own life. Don't forget that. Bring that into the fold to bring balance to whatever's going on for you guys in this crazy energy, okay? What's up with Chiron? Is it ever going to move? It's going to move. I know. It's been in Aries forever. It's going to be in Aries for a bit longer. I know. I'm sorry, Shay. I know. I know. I know. I got you. I got you. These lessons are endless around here. It's just that time. And also, I think because I'm so close to my trip, I'm getting primed. I'm getting a lot of priming that's been going on. I've been getting hit with a lot of light. And because I was so crazy yesterday, I didn't take time to ground, and I should have. Um, and one of my friends slash teachers, like he talks to me telepathically. then he just texted me. He's like, "Take care of yourself," and I'm like, "Okay, I'm trying." um, yeah, I feel like everything just keeps getting emotional and deeper and then more deep. What else is there? Hey, this is Scorpio season, guys, and it's also eclipse season. It's all about going as deep as you possibly can. That's what it's about in this time of massive, massive ascension and transformation. This isn't a normal eclipse season. This isn't a normal transformative period. It's massive. It runs really freaking deep, like root deep, okay? And up to the upper echelons of dimensionality. Like it's major. It's major. You should feel weird. You should feel weird. Reality and time should feel really, really loosey goosey right now. It's just I feel like I'm almost like, it reminds me of Gumbo. Like I'm just kind of like walking around these realities just ever shifting, and like there's almost no form to anything is kind of how it feels. Kind of like being in the void space, right? Um it feels like it for real. Laughing really is helping me a lot. Yes, laughter. I could get on my pedestal right now about sound and noise, but I won't. I'm so tempted to. You guys know okay, no, I guess I'm going there. So you guys know I laugh a lot. I'm a giggly person. That's who I am by nature. That's how I've always been. Some people find it very odd or off-putting. That's fine. It's just who I am. Laughter really is the best medicine. Sound, sound and expression is one of the closest things we can tangibly get to creator, to God, which is why music is so powerful. Sound bathing is so powerful. Laughter, even just crying words, they're so freaking powerful. We literally are casting spells as we speak, right? Words are insanely powerful, and laughter, especially. Even orgasms. Orgasms are very powerful. Everybody should be loud as they want to be. I don't know why I feel the need to say that, but I did. Anyway, moving on. Um, but yeah, with laughter, a lot of people react very negatively to the fact that I'm very giggly, and a lot of people also just don't believe that this is who I am. I've had a lot of commentary throughout my life, and it's just like, that's very sad. You cannot receive laughter. That's very sad that you can't sit comfortably around laughter, right? Because it says a lot. It also says that someone's just hurting, and I'm not judging anybody for that. Um, it is what it is. And sometimes we're also just in a dark place where we can't be around that kind of light. You know, sometimes if we're in a dark place, we just need to be a hermit and be in our cave in our little hovel and just do whatever it is we need to do. But laughter and orgasms are the most powerful thing I think we could possibly do as humans. Just speaking honestly. This season, I kept hearing the Bugs Life quote saying transformation, 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 transformation. Laughter is so contagious. Yes, it is. It so is. 31 flavors with all these time jumps. Oh my God, I totally resonate with that. Totally. It's all about attending to yourself on all levels, inside and out, inward and outward. Yes, absolutely. 100%. People that get triggered by their super laughter scare me. Not seriously, but just like, yeah, I don't want to be anywhere near you. And I guess it's mutual. Yeah, they're just out of resonance. And that's okay. Sometimes people are having an off day, or going through a really painful time. And it happens. I've been there. Well, have I been there? No, I've been there. I've been there in the course of my 32 years of life. You just watched A Bug's Life. Okay, maybe I need to watch A Bug's Life. Um, I might need to watch A Bug's Life. I don't know. That's interesting. That keeps coming up right here. But after that spiel about collective energy, should we dive into Scorpio birthday readings? This one, I'm gonna have to relabel this. Or should we actually keep looking into current energy? I'm kind of tempted, to be honest. I just realized Chiron is in Aries and has been in my chart 8 degrees. Wait, oh, so you're going through a Chiron return? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? It's a rock. Totally just flashing back to my childhood with that statement. Thanks for confirming that. Needed that affirmation. Both is good. I'm like trying to gauge it. What's needed right now? Why am I seeing the panther? I'm seeing the panther. Is this Scorpio or is this collective? They said, isn't it one and the same? I love when they talk to me like that. They literally just showed me the panther card from the animal deck. Hold on. From this animal deck. And I was like, Scorpio reading, collective reading? They said one and the same. One and the same. And I mean, that's also what I've been saying too. Like most of the time I've been on YouTube. A lot of these readings really are collective or part of the collective energy because we're all one. Like you can focus on one sign, but it's just an aspect of you. It's just an aspect of reality, you know? And if you watch 12 signs, you're going to get something out of each of those signs, which is also another reason I stopped doing sign readings and just started doing collective because, yeah, it's all just collective energy anyway. So I'm still going to keep the label of Scorpio birthday, and I'll try to focus on Scorpios towards the end. But let's just dive in as guided. Let's just do it. Saw 3 shooting stars last night. Ooh, nice. Very nice. But we are in Scorpio energy at the moment. Right, exactly. It's collective. Exactly. It's collective. What does Panther energy bring for you? That's feminine energy. Panther is divine feminine energy. It's also very cathartic. To me, it's a very cathartic energy, but it's kind of fiery. It's a ferocious kind of energy. And you know, now that I'm speaking on that, I was playing my drum earlier. I've been trying to drum more and more. My relationships with my drums have been deepening, and it's been kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie. There's an intensity that I'm feeling with Panther. Yeah, I'm not even gonna pull cards yet. I'm just gonna channel. This Panther energy that's coming up, there's a ferocity to it. There's an intensity to it. There is a boundary setting to it. Yeah, there's a boundary setting to it. I feel a little bit of anger there. So some of you guys are releasing anger. Some of you need to recognize when you need to take space to release your anger and release things instead of putting them on other people. So you guys just need to be responsible with your own emotions. That's definitely coming through here. But there is also this authority, this feminine authority that I'm feeling, and I'm feeling it in the element of fire more so than the element of water, which we normally associate with feminine energy, but I'm feeling it in the realm of fire. We're all the elements anyway. We're all the elements, we're all genders, we're all the signs, we're one and the same. We're everything is us. Anyway, getting off of that pedestal. Fire. I'm feeling this strong fire energy. This is being able to be in your authority and in your power, but doing so in a responsible way. So kind of everything I've already been talking about. Doing it in a responsible way. If you intimidate people, that's their problem. Sorry, this is coming up too. Or if you're intimidated by somebody, that's on you. Again, taking accountability for our own emotions and our own feelings, right? Just because somebody's existing in the way they're existing doesn't mean that they are responsible for the fact that you are not comfortable. Unless, you know, you say a boundary and they're crossing it, then it's your responsibility to walk away, right? If any of you who are embracing this Panther energy or resonating with this, you might be intimidating somebody. That's how it feels. Feels a little bit like you're showing your power and it's making someone nervous. And it almost feels like they don't know what to do, how to handle you. Interesting, that's how that came out. Handle you. Well, if they want to handle you, that's not healthy. No control here. No controlling here. Interesting. Some of you, you're freaking someone out, or many people out who actually want to control you, want to tame your fire, because you're just being in your power, and people are not used to that. People are not used to that, and they want to go, ooh, let's stifle. Let's keep this contained. No containing the power. Again, a lot of Pluto energy this week, so I'm not surprised. Especially in the realm of relationships, a lot of Pluto energy is being exerted here. Especially, and again, this is why they're saying collective energy and Scorpio reading right now is one and the same, because this feels very Scorpionic all of a sudden. Particularly for my Scorpios, when you like Scorpios, there's a reason that you were created to be kind of quiet and reserved. Because your power is intense. It's a lot. Every sign has their own little magic power, right? And for Scorpios, your power is death, it's sex, and it's creation. It's catalytic energy. You're a water sign, but you are fire. You are ruled by Mars as well, alongside Pluto, but you are fire. You are the phoenix. You are the eagle, right? Eagle's also air. But anyway, coming back. It's alchemy. You have the power of alchemy. And if you're not careful, you can use that power in a way that it might not be comfortable for other people. But when you get to that point and you really let your power out, it can be a lot. It can be a lot for people to deal with. It can be a lot for people to be subjected to. I'm not saying to subdue yourself. I'm just saying there's a reason you were made to be quiet and reserved. There's a reason you were created to have it under the surface. So you don't just blast people with it. You don't just vaporize people with it all the time. I like this panther. Yeah, you like this panther? Anyway, so Scorpios or collective, however you guys are resonating with this, you are getting comfortable in your power, exuding your power, exercising your power. And for anybody who's made nervous by it, that's not your responsibility. And it also to not take it personally, because it's just part of you, right? There could be some lessons in there. Like I said, if you're acting in a way that is just like out of anger and you're not taking responsibility for yourself or being accountable for your energy, that is something to work on, I think, for sure. And I'm going to go ahead and say that definitely. Per Rodin's request, I recommend the book 5 Things You Cannot Change. Yeah, it's a great book. It's a great book. Any messages or insights regarding this panther energy? Yeah, especially Scorpios. I was talking to a friend about this recently. Scorpios, you do have a tendency to just burn shit to the ground because that's how you operate, right? Like, I'm going to burn this bridge forever. There will be no ash. Like, that's very Scorpionic. And sometimes you get into that power and you use your magic and then you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have burned that bridge. Maybe that wasn't so bad. Right? That's a sign of a Scorpio acting out of triggery emotions or ego, or just, not being responsible with their own magic. Tell me more about this panther energy. But there are people who can appreciate that power and that magic and that medicine. I really want to call it medicine. They might just need a minute to get used to it. So Scorpio, being a Scorpio or collective, I'm going to say Scorpio. This feels very Scorpio to me. When people encounter this about you, they might need a minute. Okay, they might need a minute. And the people who can handle it, who have the level of strength to handle it, will be around. They'll stick around. They'll appreciate you for it. Anything else regarding this panther energy? Let's see. Ooh, okay. Funny. So we have turtle with black egg. Black egg is the throat chakra. It is sound. It is communication. Everything I was kind of talking about already. The turtle can speak of ancestors, but turtle is also feminine energy. It's more grandmotherly. It's more grandmotherly energy, and it's also very grounding. What did I say before? A grounding, anchoring, maternal voice, right? Approach to conflict. This is something to learn. This is something to step into. I'm also getting, for some of you, there's allowing wisdom, ancestral wisdom to speak through you, to act through you. I'm getting a lot of like high priestess energy all of a sudden. A lot of high priestess energy. Ooh, I just started sweating. I would take my jacket off, but I'm not dressed appropriately, so I can't do that. Yes, be the high priestess or high priest in the situation. Again, but acting out of that feminine energy, right? Within a situation. Be the grounding, anchoring, gentle, graceful and speak with wisdom, even if you need a minute to calm the fuck down. Okay. A lot of lessons being learned there. You have a lot to say. Whoever this is for, this isn't this. I'm feeling a niche group. This isn't going to be for everybody. You got a lot to say. There's a lot to say. There's a lot of truth that needs to come out. Some of you, this is very family oriented. God, I'm getting this a couple ways now. Some of this is really family oriented. Like some shit needs to be said around family or to family. Like I'm definitely getting that. Again, Pallas Athena Cancer. Maternal leadership, empathic warrior, empathic warrior, empathic warrior. That wanted to be said 3 times, sort of vibe. So that's one group that I'm feeling. And others of you, I'm actually getting. You need to display the wisdom of your words within friendships too, like to be seen. Like this part of you has existed, but you don't show it. It's time to show it. You're gonna get a lot more respect for it. Okay. Ugh. I feel like your voice got a lot clearer with those messages. Yeah, it's funny how the energy works, right? Okay. Let's see. Ooh, we got the Moth. This is magnetism, attraction, charismatic, charisma. Who's charismatic here? Somebody's got a way with words. Some of you are learning that you have a way with words. Some of you might be dealing with a trickster too. So be mindful of how these messages are coming out. But yeah, moth to a flame, moth to a flame, moth to a flame. The more truth you speak, the more wisdom you speak, the more captivating you're going to be and the more respect you're going to get, for sure. But I am feeling, be careful though, because I'm feeling a little bit like people are seeing light and they're being drawn to it, which means not everybody's your people. Not everybody's your people, right? Who's going to be flocking to you here. But yeah, I'm actually getting charisma, magnetism are the biggest things, almost like attraction, chemistry, which is weird. I never get that with the moth. Moth also sometimes speaks of control, letting go of control and surrendering to the light, right? But yeah, I'm getting magnetism and charisma. That's the biggest thing coming through with the moth. Magnetism and charisma, magnetism and charisma, magnetism and charisma. Anything else for the spread? Ooh, Stingray. It's funny because there's a little bit of mirroring going on here with the moth and the stingray. One is water, one is air. They're both kind of in this state of flight or rising or movement. It's the juxtaposition's interesting. Even like the color to the black and the white, there's like a complementary mirroring happening here. But Stingray is spiritual strength. It's becoming more resilient in your energy and in your faith and in yourself, which I really like coming out here. So again, being better about boundaries and standing in your truth. But again, with wisdom and feminine grace as you're speaking and dealing with people where there's conflict is concerned, or you're attracting, people who are not your people, right? Being able to discern and recognize that. But outside of that, some of you are definitely having a mirroring experience with somebody. Yeah. So for those of you where you could be mirroring another person, this goes between you and multiple people, just so you know. But this is not for everybody. So use your discernment as I say this. So if you're mirroring somebody, it almost feels like this. It's weird. It's mirroring, but it's different. Again, it's almost like a compliment, is how it really feels to me. Because Moth, while in this deck is associated with air, sometimes it's associated with fire. And Stingray is almost exclusively water. So I'm feeling more of that fire to water, kind of what I was saying earlier. But yeah, with the Moth, it's like there's something that feels feminine. Thank you. That's what it is. There's something that feels very feminine here, very beautiful, very soft, very alluring, very mesmerizing. And bringing the light is almost what I want to say. Bringing the light, being seen, being in the forefront. So that's this energy. If you are mirroring somebody, it's not a true mirroring. It's almost like a compliment, but you're both in the same similar energy. Hang in there with me. But yeah, with this, I'm getting more fire than air, and I feel more feminine energy. I feel feminine grace, softness, beauty, almost like a Queen of Wands, like being very captivated by this energy. and somebody who is in the forefront, who is in the light, or bringing the light, is how it feels. And with Stingray, it feels very different. It's like this feels like an energy who's also rising in their energy. It almost feels like a strengthening is happening. A little bit of guarded energy coming in with Stingray too. Whoever this is, a little bit of guarded energy, but it's watery. It's very, very watery. And kind of in the background, because there's something really quiet about this energy. There's something really reserved. Well, this is very loud and like hard to miss and very much in the light. This is kind of quiet, kind of reserved, kind of background, little guarded, and I just feel a lot of water around this. So some of you, if you are mirroring somebody, it's like complementary masculine feminine sort of energy. This could also be within yourself. Okay, this could also be you integrating the masculine with a feminine anchor. Wow, that was a big message. Let's keep going. Love the rainbow and the Stingray, right? Yeah. Rainbows have been huge synchronicity lately too. They just said Rainbow Bridge. The Rainbow Bridge. Ooh, any other messages or insights for this spread? Oh, my crown's getting tingly. Any other messages or insights for this spread? I feel like we're actually about to go through another shift. This is weird. I don't know how to explain this. I feel like literally this moment, something is shifting collectively as I'm reading. So it's just a strange feeling. I literally feel like I'm slowly morphing into another reality. This is weird. Whoa. Whoa. Oh. And then we have this. We got another egg, the black egg and the gold egg, with otter and snake. The gold egg is the heart. Otter is also the heart. It is love, is unconditional love. Otter to me is kind of like 2 of cups, 6 of cups, lovers card. It's like, it's the I am unconditionally loving of the people in my life, and it's reciprocal, right? It's a very yummy energy. And then we have the snake, which is interesting that it's coming out as earth, because snake to me is also fire. So all this like referencing of fire is going along in here too, but snake is also very scorpionic. It is about transformation and changes. In this deck specifically, it speaks of untapped potential getting tapped into, but it is through love. It is through the heart space. Some of you, this is definitely about partnership as well. But it starts with the self. Okay. It starts with the self, integrating these 2 energies within the self, making sure that your throat chakra, your voice, how you communicate, how you perceive truth and go about exercising that truth comes from a place of wisdom, high priest, high priestesshood, even some ancestral energies going on there, but it is from a place of wisdom and divinity and grace, okay, and compassion. Doesn't mean you have to yield. That's what Stingray is for. Stingray is strength. Stingray is the spiritual energetic boundary, right? While Moth is the flooding in of light, right? And then we move into this. Just open heart, love, a lot of Kundalini energy too that I'm feeling with the snake. And like I said, some of this can relate to partnership if you're mirroring another person in this too. Let's see what else wants to come out. Loving the progression of color. Yeah, right. She has fire in her soul and grace in her heart. Ooh, I like that. We got one more. The bear. You guys know it's one of my favorites. The bear. Mama bear energy. Bear is recovery. It's resilience, but it's safety. But it's also safety and it's healing. This is like, I'm protected and I'm protected. But bear has, usually for me, and it doesn't have to stand true for everybody, but for me, because I carry bear medicine. For me, it's very feminine. It comes from my own feminine energy of surrounding and holding space, like a container, having a container for things to evolve, to grow, to incubate, to recover, to heal. This is very yummy. This is very, very yummy, very, very grounding energy. Standing test of time is what I just heard. Standing the test of time. As we all move into this integration and this place of just ooey gooey gushiness, of open-hearted energy, and also tapping into our own potential, our own fire, if you will, and we're also transforming our own masculine energy, we can create this container for ourselves. Okay. We can create this container for ourselves. We can have this container with other people where we are protected in that way to go through that sort of process. On the bottom, yes, rewards to come with hard efforts with the beaver. Oh my God. $80. Oh my God. Thank you. That's a lot. I wish I could say your username. Priyadeep? Priyadep? Priyadeep? I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your username. Thank you so much for the God, I almost forgot what it was called. Super chat. Thank you. Thank you. It was very, very kind of you. Um, hard-won efforts for our work, for diligence, for consistency, for integrity and accountability. The beaver to me is very Taurian. The beaver likes to build foundations and put in consistent effort to make sure it stands the test of time. There's a big message coming through. Stands the test of time, stands the test of time, stands the test of time. And rewards to come for that hard effort. Oh, and look, we got the feminine with deer. This is the feminine principle. Staying anchored in that feminine place as we're going through times of change with bat, and more of the feminine wisdom and discernment, and taking that observant stance where we need to in that feminine observance and feminine grace and gentility as we go through ascensions and transformations with cosmic egg. Wow, it just keeps repeating. And as we keep pacing the feminine power, tiger is spiritual awakening. It is also feminine wisdom as well. Camel is about maintaining an efficiency as we get through the hard times, right? Understanding how your power works, how your magic works, the effect of your energy that you have on people and even in your own life, and being able to manage it. It's not to control it, right? You can own it, you can be in it in a way that is healthy and appropriate while also being accountable for how you use it, right? Wow. Sorry, I just had to keep going because it was just like, oh, more and more cards. There it is, more and more cards. Uh, as they get stuck to me. I'm going to leave these out here. I'm going to pull more cards because I feel like we're going to do another spread and it might correlate. Oh dear, so ready for Christmas. Already? You're ready for Christmas? Hasn't even Thanksgiving yet. I'm claiming this. Energy feels high right now, doesn't it? It does. It does. Yesterday, I was feeling the judgment energy. I was feeling the call as I was driving around doing errands. And it was like, and I know a lot of you other light workers feel that too when that happens, almost like a call to the front. like soldier up. Like it feels a little bit like that. And then a song came on and I shared it on Instagram. I'm tempted to share it here, but YouTube will just like flag my video, which makes me very sad. Actually, here's what I'll do. I'll put it in the chat. If I can find it. Hold on. But I did put it on Instagram because I was like, oh, and here it is. It's like already here. I don't know if you guys can see that. But I'm going to put it in the chat either way. Yeah, that song came on and it was like, oh, ooh. How do I spell that? I can type. There you go. Yeah, listen to that song for a hot minute. God, I want to play it, but yeah, this will totally get flagged. Stupid YouTube. Anyway, yeah, let's go into another deck. End in long-term relationship yesterday, judgment energy for sure. Yeah, and again, it's like there's this feeling of like pressure of karma, right? Like, and again, I feel like it's a perception. Like you don't have to feed into it. You don't have to feed into it. But judgment, you can say judgment energy is kind of the same thing. I feel like it's different though. As far like I don't feel the pressure, I feel the call. I feel the pull to the right direction. Like that's the difference for me. Thank you. I needed this. Gotta go. UK is late. Oh, I'm sure it's really late for you, Leo. Thanks for coming though. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, let's do another. I'm just trying to feel out my cards. Oh, yeah, we're gonna do these. It's my new favorite deck. We've formed quite a bond already. Okay. Are you primed for me? I don't remember if you are. Oh, you are. You're primed. Okay. I'm usually really good about it, but I wasn't sure. That mama bear energy is strong. I can't take my eyes off the mama bear energy. Can't take my eyes off of it. Some of you might feel like you're being too much of a parent. Other people are not your responsibility unless they're your actual children. Okay. I don't know why that has to be said, but it's got to be said. Other people are not your responsibility unless they're your own children. I'm feeling more like this is like coming from feminine energy, but like again, that mama bear sort of energy. And mama bear like is loving and it's gushy, but it's also firm. It's also very firm, very matter of fact, strong, strong, strong. I know sometimes I know I can be better about my own mama bear medicine, that's for sure. Um that's something I've been working on from a past relationship. Yes. Oh man, here it comes. That just triggered a huge channeling. Don't allow people to convince you that you need to be responsible for them. That's how this shit happens, especially for my empaths. Sorry, now I feel a little worked up. Let me take a step back, take my own advice. There are people in the world where they love convincing other people, take care of me, see how much help I need, take care of me, take care of me, take care of me, so I don't have to be responsible for myself, take accountability for myself. Thank you for doing that. The fire getting to you. Yeah, fire is an element I've been working with a lot this year, like a lot. And I've honestly been loving it because I've always had a hard time working with the fire element. It's not like, well, so many things to say. That's a whole other video. I don't want to get into it. It's going to be too long of an explanation. Must carry their own water. Yes. Yes. Any messages or insights? Let's see what we got here. So this is coming up in a weird way, but I just have to say it. The Scorpio eye. The Scorpio eye. Someone has a Scorpio eye. They might have a lot of Scorpio in their chart. They might just be under the influence of the collective energy. This could even be you. Could be a few people around you. Again, take it as resonates. For anybody who feels like they have the Scorpio eye right now, use your powers for good. That's what I want to say. Use your powers for good. I literally feel like I'm looking at somebody with like a giant monocle and they're just like lasering through people, like lasering through the truth. That's interesting. I have no idea why that's coming up. I'm just the messenger. Someone could have a Scorpio eye on you. So if you think you're hiding anything, you might not be hiding anything. Oh, there it is. That's what it is. If you think you're hiding something from somebody, you're not. You're not. That's also Mercury sextile Pluto energy for you, for sure. For sure. Using my power to help myself and my family, that's it. Yeah. Dude, take care of me all around me, foot down. Yeah. Yeah, right? And again, meet them with compassion, but firm mama bear energy. Right? Right? Any messages or insights? Let's do one more. It's the Eye of Horus because we see all the things. It's not bad, but precious. Right, right. No, it is. It's precious. It is. Is it the Eye of Horus or is it the Eye of Ra? I believe that they both exist, but they're both different, is how I feel about that. But that's my own truth. That's my own truth. Four Swords, that's the mama bear energy. This is recovery. This is taking space to recover, to heal, to reflect in a safe space. I'm hearing safe space, sacred space, sacred space, safe space, safe space, sacred space. Some of you are spending a lot of time in bed. Some of you are getting a lot of downloads in bed. You're having the most recovery in bed, some of you. Interesting. A lot of reflecting going on. I feel like late nights. Also could just be dream time, but I am feeling like clarity coming through late at night when it's quiet and you're in your sacred safe space or in bed. Doesn't feel totally meditative, but could be for some of you. Don't get too caught up in the head though. I'm feeling all of a sudden like I'm like getting caught up in decisions, like things that have already happened, like things you can't change, and potentials. Oh God, no, I don't like that energy. So I was like, whoever is in that energy, some of you it's you, some of you it's people around you or who know you. Oh, I instantly like Nine of Swords. Instantly Nine of Swords. Don't like it. No, let's come back down. Any of you who are Nine of Swords energy, you gotta ground. You got to ground that shit out. Get out of the head. It's not going to help you. It's just going to cause you stress and anxiety. Ugh. Let's just rebuke that. Any other messages or insights? Oop, there it is. The devil. In reverse, though. We like it in reverse. So those of you who are in Nine of Swords energy, you are aware that you need to get out of the devil energy. You need to get out of self-made prisons, illusions, patterns, codependencies. Oh, it just feels dense. It feels dense. It feels yucky. It feels muddy. I don't like it. But you are making the devil go away. Some of you are actually spending time at night in bed or even in dream time facing your demons. That's coming through really strongly. Facing your demons, darker energies, maybe even the demons of other people. Probably more for my light workers on that one. But you are slowly but surely. It's like a long battle. It's like first you had like 5 demons and you got your sword and you're dealing with it, and then it's like, okay, down to 4. Oh god, okay, I'm down to 2. And then you got like the last big baddie. It's like that's how it feels to me, but it feels like it's happening at night. When you're relaxing and you're reflecting, some of you again dream time, it's like it's happening at night. Nighttime feels very strong here. And then you wake up the next day and you realize, thank you. Oh my god, they're explaining all this weirdness and another layer of this weirdness. That's why when you wake up, things are different. That's when you wake up, your reality is different because you've been battling demons, whether you realize it or not. All of a sudden saying that made me sweat more. I don't know why. Any other messages or insights? The deck is pretty as fuck. I know, I love it. I love this deck. I love it. I love it. I love it. Some of you have assistance in battling these demons. Some of you are assisting others in battling demons. Ooh, and then we got the Lovers. Again, decisions. There's a lot going on this Lovers card in reverse, and it is coming with the Devil in reverse, which makes sense because as we know, the Devil upright has the Lovers chained up, right? Lovers is about choices, it's about sacred relationships, but it is also about your own personal balance. This is getting integrated, okay? Integrating. Dealing with your demons, dealing with the shadow, dealing with things that hold you back, dealing with old shit that just doesn't belong to you. And again, your own self-imprisonment. Getting rebalanced. This might also be reflected in your relationships because it is the Lovers. And when we're talking about that, we're talking about divine relationships specifically. And God, decisions. Stop thinking about decisions. I want to stop saying that word. This feels like big life choices that you're reflecting on that you feel like you've made mistakes on or have led you astray or detoured you. Even if you feel you got detoured, it's still your path. Is it really a detour or are you learning from it, right? So maybe this is about decisions that were made about divine relationships. Either way, you're battling the demons, you're battling the devil, and you are recovering slowly but surely. And you're shifting your reality as a result of that. Let's keep going. Any other messages or insights here? Oh, there's the fire. Ace of Wands. I love it. We love the fire, especially when the Ace of Wands comes out upright because it says, you know what you want. You're connected to your fire. You're connected to your drive. You're connected to your passion. And for whatever reason, it is coming through more so in feminine energy than it is in masculine energy right now. It's almost like masculine energy is in water, feminine is in fire. These are just labels. We're all of these things, right? So just keep that in mind. But the fire is here. Those of you who are in the Four of Swords energy, some of you it's just people around you, not you, but whoever's in the Four of Swords energy, you're going to come out of it eventually ignited, confident, self-assured, and ready. Ready. Oh my God, I'm sweating so much. Really want to rip this jacket off. Let's see here. Oh God, and there are the swords. What did I say? We have the Seven of Cups with the Seven of Swords in reverse and the Eight of Swords in reverse, breaking away from the confusion, the illusionary masses, the self-imprisonment, the shady, deceptive, self-sabotaging nonsense. The fire is burning it away. That's very scorpionic. That's very, very scorpionic. Yes, Scorpios deal in the realm of emotion and the underworld and all of that stuff, but Scorpios purge by fire. They cleanse and transmute and have alchemy by way of fire. That is what Scorpio does, and here it is. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Temperance, for the $10. I can't see your whole username, but thank you. I very much appreciate it. Burn that shit away. Burn it away. Knowing who you are, knowing what you want, knowing what lights you up, burns away the illusions and the confusions, gets you out of the mind and gets you into your fire, gets you into your sacral, gets you into your body, gets you into your soul, and it's beautiful. Oh, wow. All right. So I'm just checking the bottom really quick. We have a Knight of Cups in reverse. So this deck, I don't shuffle the way I shuffle all my other decks because it requested I shuffle it differently and look at it differently. So I'm just following instruction. On the bottom, we do have Knight of Cups in reverse. Ooh. If I can pull this card up. Come here. Come here. With the Two of Cups in reverse. Ooh, with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Eeh. That feels gross. Wow. And then the Page of Pentacles, a little bit of reflecting going on there too. So some of you are going to be taking accountability here. The Knight of Cups in reverse is what I call the inappropriate lover card. It's somebody who can be either emotionally detached or emotionally manipulative. Okay. Inappropriately dealing with emotions. With Two of Cups in reverse and the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, this feels like potential, I want to say, or it could have been somebody that you've had a long-term foundation with, but whether it's something that had a lot of potential or it's something that has been around for a long time, it was handled inappropriately. And whoever has been in the Four of Swords energy, that's what they're reflecting on, the decisions that were made, the demons that plague the decisions that were made, and time to take accountability with the Page of Pentacles. Accountability, accountability, accountability. You know what you want? Go for it. Whatever it is you want. But taking accountability with the Page of Pentacles, yeah, for the ego, for the Five of Swords, for the ego-driven behavior that led to Seven of Pentacles in reverse, that led to mistakes, and Five of Cups in reverse. Let's put it past us. Let's get over it. I want closure here, and I want to do it with integrity with the Knight of Pentacles. Ooh, it's not. I want to do it with integrity with the Knight of Pentacles. Wow. So again, whether the reflection is about a potential long-term sort of situation with somebody or has been a long-term situation with somebody, there's recognition of, I've made mistakes. I did not act with integrity. I acted out of my demons. I acted out of my ego, and I can make things right. And especially now that I know what I want and I've battled my demons, I can have closure with somebody or make amends with somebody or both. Okay. Wow. There's a lot. Fellow Leo sun. I'm sure we got lots of Leos in here with the moon being in Leo. I'm sure you guys are really in it. This is so intensely validating with a touch of guilt because I think I sent you my hot flashes. Stop normal purge sweats. Spirit just told me to come back here and share this color oracle message. Cherry, live an extraordinary life. Ooh, I love it. Especially with the card 9. Yeah. We don't need to be wasting time on doing shit that we don't want to do. We don't need to be wasting time getting stuck in ways that we're getting ourselves stuck in. No more wasting time. We have all the time in the world technically, but we also kind of don't. Time is ever shifting, right? But why wait? Why wait? Why wait? Why wait? I'm loving the Moth and the Stingray. I can't stop looking at these. So I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to come back to these two and I'm going to clarify because again, I feel like for most of us, it's just integrating these two aspects within the self. The fire, the water, the Stingray, the Moth, and the juxtaposition and complement of the two. But some of you, it is also about what's happening between you and other people or another person. So I want to just clarify a little bit more, see what we get here as I move these cards over. Just popped in. I'm Scorpio Moon. Hey, Scorpio Moon. I'm sure a lot of Scorpio Moons are watching this right now. Well, damn, Sundancer. I had just been thinking they make you nervous. Second color card is magenta. Ooh, connect to your deepest inner knowing. Yes, with change. I love it with the energy of 5. What's God's zodiac sign? Leo. It's Leo. The sun. Leo is the sun. That is the light of God. That's also why they have such big-hearted energy, and also why the juxtaposition of that is love to pride, love to ego. Leos are the god of light, light of God. Anyway, coming back. Aries, man, they try hard, but it's weak. The sun, I don't think so. You don't have to agree with me. That's my truth. That's my observation. Scorpio stellium with Pluto conjunct Mercury and Venus and Scorp. Help me. You're doing fine. You're doing fine. But yeah, let's look at these two. Let's look at these two. All right. Where are we going first? Is this one primed? I think it is. Yep, this one's primed. We're going to go classic. Leos are so radiant. Love that energy. Yeah. They're the sun. The sun is light of God. It's star. It's pure light. That's Leo. But yeah, let's go ahead and do the Moth. When Leos are high vibing or a highly evolved Leo, they are unconditionally loving by nature and generous by nature. They are also insane co-creators. They're literally the fifth house, the house of creative energy, right? And being in the light, literally. Okay. All right, Moth. Let's do the Moth. Hold on a second. Okay. Tell me about the Moth. Tell me about the Moth. Okay. Whoa. Did not expect that. Ow. Yikes. King of Cups in reverse and the 10 of Swords in reverse. This feels like stuff that's getting cleared out. That's what this feels like to me. This feels like feelings of heartbreak and old betrayal, emotional manipulation. That's what that feels like to me. Some of you might start perceiving somebody in your reality to be in this energy or to exhibit this kind of behavior towards. I actually just turned the Moth upside down. Interesting. Some of you might start to perceive this in your reality with somebody you're dealing with, or if you're marrying somebody, you might see a Stingray this way. And it's going to be very triggering. Let it allow you to grow. Let it facilitate your growth. For those of you where this is showing up in your reality with somebody you're dealing with, there might be some disappointment. But again, reflect on it, allow it to facilitate growth for yourself here, okay? But some of you, this is just stuff getting cleared out. There's a lot going on with the King of Cups. Let's keep going. Feel a little bit of chasing energy. Some of you might experience a little bit of a chasing energy from somebody that you look at in this way, that you see them as this, might start chasing you because you are the Moth, which means you're going to get chased, okay? You're going to get chased. Tell me about the Moth. Two of Pentacles. Is this balance or decisions? Decisions. It's decisions. God, decisions again. Decisions. How are you going to handle feelings about these people from the past? How are you going to handle the person that you look at as this chasing you? How are you going to handle someone in your environment triggering you to remember this energy? It's going to come at you in different ways. So you have to use your discernment for how this is coming up. They either are this, or you see them as this presently, or old feelings about people who were like this are just plaguing you. What are you going to do about it? How are you going to handle it? What are your boundaries going to be like? Tell me more about the Moth. Oop, just saw a glimpse of the Two of Cups. Tell me about the Moth. Oh, Jesus. 10 of Wands. Burdened by it. Burdened by the choice. For those of you where you're getting chased by this kind of an energy, God, how do I put this into words? There's a persistent, potent, I hate to say desperation, but I think that's the word that's best. Desperation, almost devilish, kind of like the cards that we were reading before, right? Like the devil energy being like influencing decisions. Um, but it's up to you to decide what you want to do about it. Okay. Playing around with the moth. And again, if this is your own stuff being purged, it's burdening you. Okay. It's burdening you and it could be affecting your balance, which is why it's so important to purge it and then keep moving into the light. All right. Tell me more about the moth. Prepare. I'm hearing prepare. What are you preparing for? Prepare. Clearing it out is preparation for something down the line. Interesting. Don't know what that is. Gonna be different person to person. But clearing it out is preparation for something down the line. Oop, and there it is. We got 8 of Cups. Leave it behind. Let it go. Let it go. Move on to your 10. The 8 always leads to the 10. Get away from that emotional baggage. Let it go. Leave it in the past where it belongs. In the past time, right? Anything else for the moth here? Go towards the light. Go towards the light. Go towards the light. And anybody who surrounds you in light. There's also something that's coming through. And anybody who surrounds you in light. Like I said, some of you are going to be mirroring somebody who's in Stingray energy. If they bring light to you, be around them. If they drain you and latch onto you and ask you to take responsibility for them, let them go. Let them go. Oh, death card. Oh, transformation. Queen of Pentacles and the Death card. I don't think there's anything truly ending here except letting go of things and possibly even ending connections with people who don't take accountability for themselves and ask you to take care of their shit. You know, those kind of codependent relationships. But you're going through a transformation here, my moths. And it is in your feminine energy, the Queen of Pentacles. It is in your feminine energy. And it is leading to a lot more grounding and also just captivating. I just keep feeling fire. Just keep feeling lots and lots and lots of fire. But here is your transformation. Okay. Tell me more about the moth. Ooh, okay. Tell me more about the moth. We got 2 more cards here. Tell me more about the moth. This is something that needs to be said. And I've said this before, but the mind can always trick you. The heart never lies. Always drop into your heart space. Wow. Okay. Wasting no time. Wasting no time. We have 3 of Pentacles with the Knight of Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Wasting no time. Excuse me. To build things in the right way. Knight of Pentacles is integrity. It's integrity. 7 of Pentacles in reverse can be like feeling like time is limited or there's been mistakes. This definitely feels like wasting no time to get things on track, to build things in the right way. Some of you, it's even to rectify mistakes. Could even be when work or money, because it is like it has physicality to it with the Pentacles, but wasting no time after going through this transformation here. Okay. Overall, we do have Strength in reverse, Leo energy, Page of Swords in reverse, ew, and the 3 of Wands in reverse. Ugh, gross. There's honest. Well, is it accountable? It's not. Hold on. Let me back up. I'm getting ahead of myself. It's no longer being in denial. No longer being in denial. No longer running from the truth. The Strength in reverse feels like a letting go, like unleashing, like not holding back anymore. Not holding back what? This. Not holding back denial, pessimism, negative thinking. Page of Swords in reverse can also be a very dramatic energy and really piss poor communication, like a really upset inner child. Just acknowledging that that energy has been there as it relates to this. Whether you perceive somebody like that and it's your own energy that needs to be rectified, or this is past energy you've been holding on to with your baggage and you need to let that go, or you're actually dealing with somebody like this and you need to recognize that that's their inner child acting out and that you probably do need to walk away. However, it's coming out for you. Okay. All right. Stingray. And then I'm out of here. All right. Stingray. Are you guys primed? You are primed. We're going to go with the light seers. Oh, maybe not. Hold on. Are we not? The runic tarot wants to be used, so we're going to do it. I haven't used this one in a bit, actually. Okay. So now looking at the Stingray. So before I get into this, I want to preface this again. This could be someone that you're dealing with or other people you're dealing with. You could even resonate with both sides of this because you're integrating both. Okay? And all the above can be true if you're integrating and dealing with people in this energy. So take that as it resonates. Okay. Hello, Stingray. Let's get into the Stingray's energy a bit. Immediately feeling Three of Swords on the Stingray. Immediately feeling Three of Swords. Immediately feeling discomfort. No likey. Definitely don't like that vibe. It's restless. Restless. Having a hard time sitting with the self. Kind of restless. Because Three of Swords is there. Don't want to feel the Three of Swords. Don't want to acknowledge the Three of Swords. But, you have to acknowledge the Three of Swords. That's what I'm feeling with the Stingray. Let's see. Wish you would extend the time. Guys, I got stuff to do. I got a massive trip I got to prepare for. I'm also going to be live tomorrow on Patreon for the New Moon Sag video. And I might have a surprise on the 17th. I haven't decided. It depends on how much I get done. And depends on where my energy is at on that day. But on the 17th, just make sure your notifications are on. Okay? I had a feeling you were on an hour ago and I totally ignored. Now look. Well, that's okay. Maybe you're just supposed to chime in at this point. We're going over the Stingray energy. Okay? Tell me about this Stingray. What is with this Three of Swords? It's such a weird feeling because Stingray is strength. It's spiritual strength. It's emotional strength. But there's an ignoring going on here, an ignoring of like a Three of Swords, like a pokey, naggy feeling in the heart. Heart palpitations? Someone might be having heart palpitations. Chest tightness. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it. It's also making me a little nauseous. So whoever's in this Stingray energy, Three of Swords energy, again, take it as resonates as the way I've said before. It's like I feel nausea, I feel anxiety, I feel chest tightness, heart palpitations, could potentially have respiratory issues. I don't like it. It just feels very stressed out. Like there's a weight on the chest, like someone's sitting on the chest. I keep getting heart palpitations. There's a reason we get heart palpitations. I mean, if you're, as long as you're not chugging coffee, right? Or eating really bad food. Heart palpitations is a sign that the heart wants to open, the heart wants to heal, the heart wants to be acknowledged for some pain and discomfort that you're forcing it to experience. Just got really lightheaded as I said that. Oh, tell me more about Stingray. Tell me more about the Stingray. Responsibility. I feel like the Stingray has a lot of responsibility. Oh, if you're the Stingray, you need some lavender. You need lots of lavender. I'm getting so lightheaded in the Stingray energy. You need lots of lavender, chamomile, rose. Like, almost want to douse the Stingray in feminine energy, which makes sense, right? Because the feminine's the anchor right now, collectively. Tell me about the Stingray. Oh Jesus, Five of Pentacles. Very alone. I feel so dizzy all of a sudden. Someone might be so stressed they don't realize their blood pressure is really out of control. I feel really lightheaded. This feels very lonely to me. Someone feels very alone, very neglected, not taken care of. Potentially issues around abandonment, potentially wounds around money. I don't know why that's coming up. Wounds around money, shelter, security. There's someone who feels really alone in it, like kind of in their own darkness, whether they say something about it or not. I feel like they wouldn't. Is almost what I want to say. I feel like this energy would not say anything about it. And for those where there is a mirroring situation where there's like one person's a moth, one person's a stingray, I really feel strongly the stingray is chasing the moth, wants to, but maybe not allowing themselves to. Seeing the light around the moth, the fire on the moth, and feeling kind of out in the cold a little bit or neglected. Interesting. Maybe worried the moth is getting away. Tell me about stingray. Tell me about the stingray. Yeah, I'm feeling big concerns around money. Big concerns around money and security and shelter and just feeling alone in it around the stingray energy. But again, stingray is about building strength, emotional and spiritual strength. Through times of, thank you, they reminded me, through times of hardship. And that's exactly what the Five of Pentacles is. Through times of hardship, we grow and we get stronger. We become more resilient. The moth is resilient. Yeah, I don't feel like I'm tapping into the collective where this is like between two people. The moth is resilient. The moth is resilient. Tell me about the stingray. There it is. Four of Pentacles. Four of Wands. Maybe Four of Pentacles is going to come out here. Yikes. This could be feeling really alone within a relationship, feeling really alone within a workplace or business or a household, feeling like stability is elusive. That like maybe you have what you need for now, but not for long even. They're not feeling the warmth. Stingray is not feeling the warmth and comfort of Four of Wands. Tell me more about the stingray. Justice. With integration will come balance, okay? Integrating the moth and the stingray. No matter how you are resonating with this, whether you think you're the moth or the stingray, either way, we all need to integrate this. We all need to integrate the stingray and the moth in these different energies. We're looking into the masculine energy here, which is under review because of Mars, right? Under transformation because of Mars. Oh, this is gonna be a long video. I didn't even realize what time it was. That's what happens if you're having fun. Anyway, but justice speaks of integration and balance. Okay, I do think that's why this is here. But I'm also getting to like this pressure of karma, this perception of what we deserve, what we don't deserve. There's some self-worth stuff wrapped up in there too. There's such a craving. Thank you. There's such a craving for the Four of Wands, but such a perception and experience of the Five of Pentacles in the physical reality. It's very interesting. Let's keep going. Tell me more about stingray. Ooh, cherry in reverse. Feeling of being stuck. Feeling of failure, loss, but I'm getting stuck because we are experiencing scarcity. We're experiencing lack, or we have a strong belief in lack and scarcity. And that is driving the co-creating force around the stingray. And I keep feeling for those where it's between you and another person, like they feel very put out by the moth, whether that something's actually happened there or not. They see the warmth and the light of the moth, and there's this feeling of coldness that they experience in juxtaposition to that. Tell me more about the stingray. Tell me more about the stingray. Feeling Emperor energy all of a sudden. We'll see if he comes out, but I'm feeling the Emperor. There's that Three of Swords. I knew I felt the Three of Swords. In reverse, though. In reverse. Oh, I see. But it's coming in with Chariot in reverse right next to it. There's this feeling of I can't heal, I can't recover, but it's more so I am not doing what I need to do to recover from the Three of Swords. Remember what I was saying before? It's like there's this ignoring of the Three of Swords going on here. Well, Chariot in reverse, that's resistance. I'm not going to look at that Three of Swords. I'm not going to look at healing. I can't touch those right now. I'm just going to pretend like they're not there. That's scarcity mindset. It's just living that shit over and over and over instead of doing something about it, right? Tell me more about stingray. Got another card here. The Emperor. I knew he was going to come out. Do we even need the cards? I don't know. It's fun to have the cards, though. And there's the Emperor. Focus. There's the Emperor. There it is. There he is. This is all the Emperor energy. The Stingray is the Emperor. It is the masculine energy, like I was saying before. Oh. But acknowledging the Three of Swords, acknowledging the lack, acknowledging the scarcity mindset is the key for the Stingray to get strong again. To move back into their power as a Stingray. To move back into their power as masculine energy. They have to acknowledge the Three of Swords. The longer they don't, the further away they're going to feel. The further away they're going to be from their own empowerment. Overall, yeah, Jesus. Magician in reverse. Ugh. With the Sun in reverse. Oh my God. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, it just keeps going with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. This is somebody who's like, I almost want to say co-creating their own karma. Like allowing themselves to be stuck. So they just keep creating this feeling of being stuck and feeling of like being out in the cold and scarcity and all of that because they're just not taking accountability. They're just not taking accountability. Magician in reverse says they have all the capability in the world of doing so, but they're not doing it. They're not doing it. Especially with the Sun in reverse and Page of Pentacles in reverse, they refuse to see that they can do something about it. It just requires a shift in perspective. And then Wheel of Fortune in reverse, it's time for it to change. But it's not because this is what they're co-creating. Oh, so again, you might resonate with both sides here. You might resonate with one more than the other, but either way, this is energy that is at play in some way, shape, or form, and we do need to integrate both and face both within ourselves. Wow. Yeah, I feel like I just did a read for masculine feminines. Masculine feminines or masculine and feminine energy. Let's see. Oh my goddess, you're talking to every single mama raised in a single mom household. That's now keeping a single mom household. Yes, but it's a thing now. Oh, I believe it. I believe it. I have water in my chart also, and I felt it during Scorpio season a lot. Dead on. Interesting. It's been a slow process, but we've been looking at it. It's hard. I know it's hard. Oh, I know. So on tonight, Rhoda, and I, yeah. Like I said, guys, I've been getting primed because of what I'm about to go and do, or be a part of, is what I should say. What I'm about to be a part of. Yeah, I've been sitting in a lot of quiet space today and getting a lot of light. So I've been oh God, I just got dizzy again. Been very tuned into the collective these last couple of days. So I'm glad I did this reading the way I did. I mean, yes, you can say it's Scorpio, but you can also say it's collective. So I'm just going to figure out how to label this. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Perspective shift. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. It was a great reading either way. I thought so. Very powerful messages in there. Thank you for your time and energy. Well, thank you guys for joining me. Thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate it. It's always a good time. Like I said, I'll be live tomorrow on Patreon. I also want to do a little Patreon hangout before I go. I don't know if I'm gonna have time. I'm trying to slow time down so I have enough time. It's a tricky power to work around. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Sometimes that happens when I'm channeling. Absolutely, and drinking my chamomile lavender now, much needed. Yes, lots of lavender. Oh, lavender, rose, chamomile, lavender, rose, chamomile, lavender, rose, chamomile, for sure. But I'm going to head out. But thank you, everybody who came and joined and hung out. And thank you for those of you who sent super chats. So appreciative of that. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Be safe on your travels. I will. I will be very safe and sound. I'm protected always. I am protected always. I'm going to say it one more time. I am protected always. I have lavender pills that are great. Ooh, lavender pills. Oh, I never would have thought to do that. Time turner. Yeah. You're on point. I'm there too, but it's a prep. Tuning in is not easy. Yeah. Sending love and light your way. Thank you. I'm recovering from it. Affected my left leg and arm, but my body will heal. Yes, it will. It will. It will. You look beautiful and refreshed. Thank you. Oh, I appreciate that. I need sleep. I need lots of sleep and more water. I'm definitely dehydrated. We love you. I love you guys too. I love you guys too. Suck up all the vitamin D for us on vacation. I get a lot of vitamin D. I get so much vitamin D, I'm like fighting sunspots. But I will. I love you guys. Take care. I'm going to go. And I will see you soon. And I'll see patrons tomorrow for sure. And potentially I might be on here on the 17th. I might not. No promises. Just depends if it's in flow or not. But I'm going to go. Have a good night, guys.